What are the consequences for failing to work out a plan to pay your back tax debt? The first action the IRS is going to take is to post up a public lien in most circumstances. This gives them collection priority against other creditors that you may owe money to in the event that you go bankrupt or forced collection action is pushed upon you. A lien affects your credit rating negatively. It will be on your record for a minimum of 7 years to a maximum of 10 years. The entire time it's there, it will have a negative effect on your credit rating, making it hard to do things like buy a car, get a bank loan, get a credit card, even apply to rent something. A tax lien is a matter of public record. It contains your address, how much money you owe, what relevant tax periods you had a problem in, and it's a matter of public record. This could be truly embarrassing and will lead to an avalanche of junk mail. Let me warn you right here and now, there is a cottage industry of rip-off artists that are practicing in the IRS collection, matter of fact, state collections arenas. Oftentimes, all they're looking for is for you to pay them a $3,000 flat fee, and their intention is to do nothing about your problem, or most of the time they're looking to do what's called an offer in compromise. They're going to submit some paperwork to the government knowing full well that your offer is going to be rejected. Why? Because they want the $3,000. My office will not take your issue unless we think we can help. We are ethical and honest. We have an A, Better Business Bureau rating. I have a 10 rating as an attorney. I have an excellent reputation with the taxing authorities, and I'm not here to rip you off or make your problems worse. This cottage industry of rip-off artists buys lists that are published by companies that collect this information on liens. You'll get bombarded with more junk mail when you owe the government money than you've ever seen in your life. They may even call you at work. They may even show up at your house to try and earn your business. They may even say nasty things about me to get your business. The next embarrassing thing that can happen to you if you ignore your tax debts is the government can secure a wage garnishment against you. That is when they send notice to your employer that says, hey, don't send Sally her check. Take half of it, send it to me, send her the other half until the tax debt that she owes the federal government is paid. This is embarrassing. Your employer now knows you have tax problems. What brings a lot of taxpayers into my office are bank levies. Bank levies are where the IRS goes in and grabs whatever balance exists in your account on a certain date and time. Ordinarily, that account balance is frozen for 21 days. Any checks written on that account are going to bounce. You don't have access to that money. That account is frozen for 21 days. Then the balance that existed on that day is remitted to the taxing authority. However, it is possible to head that off at the pass. It's also really infuriating when your federal or state refund that you're counting on when you file your taxes is grabbed by the taxing authority and applied towards back tax debt. That brings a lot of people in my office as well. The next really embarrassing thing is when the IRS comes in to seize some of your property. All right, if you own 4 cars, one of them is used for transportation, 3 of them are collector's edition cars, they can roll up with tow trucks, tow them off, and sell them at auction to the lowest bidder to pay off your tax debt. Most people come to me worried about losing their primary residence. I will tell you this, it takes a court order for the government to take your residence and sell it if it's your primary residence. It generates a lot of bad press. They really don't like to do that. Left unaddressed, a tax debt issue can drain your cash accounts, it can drain your investment accounts, it can drain your retirement accounts. They can even come after 15% of your Social Security if that is your sole source of income. And the worst part of all this, and this goes for the state and federal governments, I tell my clients this all the time, the government is the only creditor on the planet that has the power to force you to live at the poverty level. You can have $38 million of income coming in a year, and they can force you to live at $18,000 roughly in California of income a year, because that will put you at the poverty level until you've repaid them. That's if you do nothing about your issue.